Greetings everyone. Let's cover the basic happenings in Nifty for a while, starting from 1994 to till date. This is a yearly chart of what is happening in Nifty, and here this is wave 1 and which is corrected by wave 2, and these waves are in grand supercycle degree. And after that, let's just move on to the half yearly chart. Here we can just have a better idea than what it is in the yearly chart. The third wave, which is what is happening here currently, is not being labeled because it is unfolding, and at this point of time the third wave in grand supercycle degree is actually unfolding into another 5 waves, and this another 5 waves which are actually in the supercycle degree are labeled in the parenthesis. Wave 1 which is corrected by wave 2 and wave 3 is actually happening. And to know what is happening in this wave 3, let's also dig into another lesser degree. Here this is the wave 3 that we are talking about, and within the wave 3 which is in the supercycle degree, let's understand the cycle degree formations so that the supercycle degree can be easily tackled on. And here this simple labelings 1, 2, 3 and 4 constitute the cycle degree. So after that we can understand that the wave 5 is the only missing candidate to complete wave 3 in the supercycle degree. Now let's understand what the wave 5 is doing in various lesser degrees. Here, as it is already mentioned, that the cycle degree is what is happening right within the supercycle degree, and this cycle degree wave 3 consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 primary waves, and this completes this wave 3 in the cycle degree, and which is corrected by the wave 4. Let's understand the correlation of the wave 4. We have already discussed this about the retracement of the wave 4 following wave 3 in the previous month Nifty insights, and let's just have a simple recall of what we have already published in the previous insights. Here this is the wave 3 that we have labeled over there in the cycle degree, and after completion of this wave 3 which is corrected by wave 4, here you can just see that the wave 4 is actually properly supported by the Fibonacci retracement profile, and which actually turned from this 50%, and after that the fifth wave is currently happening in the cycle degree. Back to the area that we have left on. So we can understand that this fourth wave is a 50% retracement of this wave 3 in a cycle degree, and after that the fifth wave has to be detailedly studied upon to understand what it is about to do in the near term future. So let's dig deeper in the lesser degrees. This is the weekly chart, and here, as it is already labeled, we have already mentioned this n number of times, that this upward move from here to here is never a impulse move, and it's purely corrective in nature because this stance doesn't support any property of an impulse. And this is the reason why we have already labeled this as a pure correction. And while labeling this as a correction, one thing that just stabs in our mind is it is simply an ending diagonal triangle within the wave 3 in supercycle degree. So the properties of ending diagonal are very simple. Here this is the previous year high where Nifty peaked at 9119, and here the last week's rally has already came into the vicinity of the previous year's high at 9119, and we expect the wave Z to pass through the previous year's high of 9119, and after that this completes wave 1 which is followed by wave 2 in the primary degree. Let's understand the inner profile of this Z wave so that we can even have a greater insight on what the Nifty is actually doing there. This wave is simply a W wave which is corrected by X, and this Y is a simple 3-way structure and which is similarly corrected by X. This Z wave is what it is about to happen, taking the previous highs of 9119. After surpassing 9119 points, we can conclude this as a primary wave 1, and after that primary wave 2 follows as a retracement from this area to this area, which will last for months. And let's understand where the cycle wave 5 is actually moving on. Here we have already given a detailed idea on what it is happening throughout the areas. Additionally, we could just also say that the wave 5 has a target of certain value, and let's understand how to calculate the value. Here this wave 1 in cycle degree has actually traveled 1696 points, and this area is where the cycle degree or the super cycle degree wave began. And here at this point to this point till the end of cycle wave 3, which has a coverage or a distance of 4612 points. And to understand these things, let's identify the wave 4 actually ended in 6811, and from this area we are supposed to have mathematical relationships after understanding the psychology to predict the end of wave 5 in one larger degree. Here this 6811 is a termination area of wave 4, and we have two options. We have to add this wave 1 with this wave 4 in order to attain the wave 5's price target, but here the 1696 doesn't even qualify to cross the wave 3. This is a contradiction to the wave principle, and therefore we are taking the entire high from wave 1 till wave 3, which ranges 4612 points, and let's have the math to work on this thing. Here the wave 1 and wave 3 combinedly gives 4612 points of travel as its entire distance, and the wave 4 actually ended at 6811. Now the various Fibonacci relationships of extension can be applied on this 4612, but we have found that 0.786% holds extremely great than various other relationships. We will explain this later, but however the 786% or 78.6% of 4612 is 3625 points and something approximately. We already know that the wave 4 has ended at 6811, and adding these points to the wave 4's end, which gives a rough estimate or a price target of wave 5 in cycle degree to be 10,436. Now let's uncover why the 786 or 78.6% is actually greater and more viable than any other relationships. Because now after understanding the psychology, we have many tools in our arsenal to take care of the price target of a particular thing, and here we already have the trend lines to support our stance. Connecting wave 2 and 4 and dragging a parallel line from wave 3 gives an approximate target for wave 5, and this wave 5's target actually coincides with the 78.6% of extension value of the length of travel including wave 1 and wave 3. So this is the reason behind plotting this value, because time wise it can even be greater, but most probably wave 5's target is predicted to be at this area or in the vicinity of this area. Subscribe for our YouTube channel and our TradingView platform. Bookmark the website for any free analysis and insights on various trading assets. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.